Let's go into the article. Ladies and gentlemen, Usain Bolt has exposed nationwide. He has exposed Andrew Holness and the government in this one. This is very, very serious. Please take a look at your screen. And before I go to that screen, let me actually show you. This is Usain Bolt's Twitter page, official. You see the blue ticker? Good. This was released 1 hour ago. 1 hour ago. See it here? Ladies and gentlemen, see it there? The allegations being circulated in the public that not all of Mr. Bolt's, Usain Bolt's funds were sent to Stocks and Security Limited SSL, were received by the institution are false, baseless, and entirely not credible. So I just copied these two pictures and I have put them on my computer so you guys can read along with me and we can go through it, the information. It says here, Lord of mercy, that's too big. Right there is good, yes. It says here, all the allegations being circulated in the public that all of Mr. Usain Bolt's funds were sent to, that the allegations being circulated in the public that not all of Mr. Usain Bolt's funds that were sent to Stocks and Security Limited SSL were received by the institution are false, baseless, and entirely without credibility. All funds lodged at SSL by Mr. Bolt's company were transferred via bank transaction, and each and every payment was acknowledged by the institution in writing. Mighty God. Furthermore, Mr. Ken Tomlinson, who was appointed by the Financial Services Commission, FSC, to take temporary management of SSL, found records confirming these lodgements and has attested to them in the Supreme Court. Therefore, any suggestion that the funds from Mr. Bolt's company, Wellgen Limited, did not reach SSL is inaccurate and without merit. Boy. The notion that Mr. Bolt was negligent in making these deposits is entirely unfounded. The Prime Minister of Jamaica, the government of Jamaica, and hundreds of Jamaican citizens invested in SSL, and hundreds of Jamaican citizens invested in SSL. So he's saying the Prime Minister of Jamaica, the government of Jamaica, and hundreds of the Jamaican citizens invested in SSL, an institution which was approved and regulated by the government.
What can go so? What can go so?
Let's continue.
What can go so?
Mr. Bolt was careless. No, it says to suggest that Mr. Bolt was careless or lacked proper financial management is to imply the same about every Jamaican who invested in a government-approved financial institution. Additionally, oh, I can go to the next part because this part is on it. It's at the top. All right. Additionally, the FSC issued SSL an annual license to operate as a financial institution. Every citizen has the right to rely on the government entity that is responsible for assessing and regulating such institutions. Woo! There now appears to be, only the part are good. You see these two last paragraphs? It come like this thing just get better and better. there now appears to be an organized effort to shift blame onto the Honorable Mr. Usain Bolt for his loss when he is guilty of nothing more than investing in the country that he loves.
Ball out! Whoa, yo, yo, yo. We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament. Shift the election. Shift everything. Remove them out there. Take out the cockroach. Take out the thief. Take out the criminal them. Take out the thief them. Take out the murderer them. Take out the gang leader them. Out of parliament. Take them out from Portland. Take them out. I hear Portland. Me I go to Portland. Why me I travel to Portland? Take out somebody. Man or woman.
Me say Usain Bolt expose Andrew Holness and the entire government. Mighty God. Let's read. Again it says, there now appears to be an organized effort to blame the Honorable Usain Bolt. Who organize it? Who release article, ladies and gentlemen, that said Usain Bolt money cannot be... Him can't get back his money because the money never reached SSL. Who put out that report there? Nationwide. Anyway, it says here that this is a textbook case of victim blaming. It appears to be an attempt to absolve the government of its failure. Backside. Whoa. No, sir. Big up Usain Bolt. Me all tag him on a Twitter post, sir. Me say me love this. Me love this. This is a textbook case of victim blaming, and it appears to be an attempt to absolve the government of its failure to protect the public and those defrauded by SSL. Even more concerning is the apparent attempt to silence victims. The attempt to do what? Silence victims and manipulate the narrative about who is truly responsible for this large-scale fraud, which has left hundreds of Jamaicans without their hard-earned money. No clear path to recovery. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, finally, it says here, finally, the government had announced that it invited experts. We want to listen to this carefully, and read along, The government invited experts, ladies and gentlemen, from the United States of America and the United Kingdom to conduct audits and investigations into the operation of SSL. The result of these audit and investigation have not been shared with Mr. Bolt or his attorney. However, based on reports circulated in the media, it appears that parts of the investigation are being shared with a certain media house. It appears, including what purports to be information touching and concerning our client's account at SSL. Information that is confidential and entitled to protection under the law. Jesus Christ. What a bangarang. What a bangarang.
What
people,
can go so?
Jamaica government in a trouble. Andrew Holness in a trouble. It says here, we are currently reviewing some of the statements that have been made and will advise our clients on the legal actions available to him. I am Linton P. Gordon, attorney at law. So Linton P. Gordon, ladies and gentlemen, Usain Bolt's attorney, come out swinging with this public statement about Usain Bolt money. Key points to note, ladies and gentlemen, Usain Bolt's money was transferred through bank transactions and was acknowledged by the institution in writing, not verbally, in writing. Also, Mr. Ken Tomlinson of the FSC, right, found records in SSL, found SSL records that had confirmation for those said lodgements that was made, and he attested them to the Supreme Court. So, the news article that Nationwide put out, ladies and gentlemen, about you seeing about money not reaching SSL is false, baseless, and entirely without credibility. Entirely without what? Credibility.
Emotional damage. Embarrassing.
He needs some milk.
Mighty God of Daniel. Moving on. Important to note that the government of Jamaica is the one that regulates these financial institutions. They are the one that assess them to make sure the citizens of the country is protected. So, sole blame has to be put on Andrew Holness, Nigel Clark, especially as the Minister of Finance, right, and the entire government. Those are the top two men that have to be blamed for this SSL scandal. And it's so funny, ladies and gentlemen. You remember when they had the SSL report, and they said that they're not going to release it to the public. Well. What a piece of bangarang. Right? It says here that the man said this is clearly victim blaming. Right? And he says here this appears to be an organized effort to shift blame onto Usain Bolt and the victims of SSL. And the reports from the alleged UK forensic, and the United States of America forensic experts, those reports were not given to the attorneys or Usain Bolt, but it was allegedly parts of it given to a certain media house. Because we don't know if I lie them or tell when they said that they have reports of Usain Bolt money not reaching SSL, but the proof is here, ladies and gentlemen, from the lawyer. So you know, so legal action is going to be taken. And I believe I saw an article in the Gleaner from what's your name, the DPP. Let me go to that article. The DPP says SSL case. Let me see the Gleaner. Alright, let me see. Here we go. This was 11 hours ago. From the Gleaner. Salute to you, Ryan Campbell. This was 11 hours ago. From the Gleaner. Come up, internet. Don't play with the youths. In the meantime, let me look up Nationwide. Because Nationwide, just for reference. Just for reference. People, may I tell you, I'm working. Like up the video. Do not do. Everybody should hit the like button. Please hit the like button. Nobody should be locking on the like button today. Me at work. I'm supposed to be doing business on the road right now. Llewellyn, we are ready to try Bowles fraud case 11 hours ago. How convenient. How convenient. Eh? People, this a guy Supreme Court, I can't tell you no. If both they don't get back their money under Jamaican court, you can bet your bottom dollar that this is going to the Supreme Court. Yes, man. Yes, man. You can bet your bottom dollar. It's going all the way. $2 billion no normal amount of money in the people. And them have to pay back. Usain Bolt lawyer fees them too. Eh? You can imagine how they were talking about Finsack. Hey, me tell you, say, God not sleep, you know. Nehru Wagwan, Kimon Wagwan. God not sleeping. Look, listen back to this. Listen back to this. Hey. Story come to bump. This was the article that came out February 13. 1 day after the lawyer them fire back. Listen.
Whoever's money did not reach, then they have to take personal action now against the individual. So that is something outside of the scope of the SSL. So the scope of the audit is not going to discover where that money went necessarily. Right? I have my suspicions on that, right, as to what happened. I don't think that the persons who took the money took it deliberately to just take it out one time and steal it. I think that just like a Ponzi scheme, what might have happened is they say, you know, let me take this money and see if I can make it in an investment, make some money off of it, and then put it back. I think that's what they got caught up in.
When you hear that, they could hear the rest of the audio them.
It's a matter for him to find out what happened from his team. What is the information that you receive? What are the records you have of conversations that took place? For example, emails and all of that. And then that, based on that, he can discover who is the person who was responsible for receiving the funds. What is the bank account it was sent for? Go back to the records of the bank transactions and see where it was sent. That is what you can use now to say, this is where the money went. If persons receive money fraudulently into an account, then they can be held criminally responsible. I don't think that there's anything for government to give back to those investors, including Bolt, who might have gotten shafted in that way. So there's no liability on the government. There wouldn't be any liability on the regulators. That's a straight situation with the person who took the money.
Hey, the person who took the money. Hey.
Financial institutions fail every day all over the world, especially in the US. Remember FTX, right? Recently, that was a big thing. The government cannot take up taxpayers' money and compensate anyone. That would be a serious violation on behalf of the government if that were to be done. Remember, what happened with the Finsack situation is that they bought into the organization and took over the organizations, took over the debts of the organization. And it's on that basis that they pump capital into it. Now, if we follow the story that most of the money did not get to SSL, even if the government were to buy out SSL assets and prop it up, then what would happen is that most of that money that did not reach SSL would not be compensated back anyway.
People wanna hear the narrative that was put out by Nationwide a day ago about Bolt money. I wanna see now the first statement in this release from the lawyer of Usain Bolt. The first statement, the allegations being circulated in the public that Mr. Bolt's funds, the allegations being circulated that Bolt money never reached SSL is false, baseless, and entirely without credibility. Ladies and gentlemen, the government of Jamaica, Andrew Wallace, Nigel Clark, all of them in a trouble. Every one of them in a trouble.